When it comes to getting your student ready for college, school supplies are just the beginning, but can't be standing by with the list of college essentials now beyond the backpack.
Yes, and we're going to make this really simple. You guys have an acronym for this, right? It is MUST. M-U-S-T, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so where do we start with this?
Probably with the M.
Yeah, with the M. So the first thing is make powers of attorney. And so once you turn 18, now you're responsible for making all your legal, your financial, your medical decisions for yourself, which is great. You have all that independence. But there may be some times when you want a family member or your friends to be able to give you insight or help you with those decision making. There was a story of a mom, her daughter, she went off to school back east, and the mom received a call from the hospital. And they said, your daughter's hospitalized. And she says, oh my gosh, what's going on? And they said, we're sorry, we can't tell you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so she's like, well, what do you mean? And they said, well, I'm sorry, your daughter hasn't authorized us to share this information, and she wasn't in a state to be able to authorize her.
Wow, that's crazy.
And so this is her mom, and they wouldn't share the info.
Yes, because now she's an adult.
She's an adult. And so this is a situation where it's really critical as adults that we authorize our family members to be able to get this information or make decisions for us. And so that's where we want a medical power of attorney for health decisions, and then we want a financial power of attorney, so if there's any legal or financial decisions that we make that our family needs to help us out with if we can.
Okay, perfect. And the next one, U?
U, and so that's for understand credit. And you probably know back in the day, right, when we were in college, you get hit up constantly with credit cards. Even now is in the real world, right? You can't even go on a flight without people asking you for a credit card. So people fall into debt so quickly, the high interest rates, all of that. So we want college students to know when they're being asked, do you want to open up a credit card? We want them to hear the words, do you want to ruin your credit? And the answer is no.
Yeah, and a lot of times they don't know about, they're new to getting a credit card and they're flooded with them. So good advice. Okay, what's the S?
You're doing S too, right?
I'll take the S. Okay, the S is for setting up a budget. And I mean, all of us need it, right? And especially in college, right? That's where the credit cards don't do it. But, I think the important thing to determine is what's a need versus what's a must, and figure that out in advance, not when you're on in the moment. Because like we had a friend where she said, yeah, my daughter tells me there's an emergency in college. She has to use her emergency credit card. Well, it turns out that the emergency was Taylor Swift tickets had gone on sale, and she was part of the pre-sale, right? So she had to do it right then. And so obviously probably wasn't a must, even though apparently the concert was great.
Yeah.
But just to, set up your budget in advance so you really do have that financial control of your future.
Okay, perfect. And the T?
All right, and T. So the last one is think before signing a document. So it sounds, common sense, right? But a lot of times, we're asked to sign things now that we're 18, and we just sign them really quickly and don't really fully understand what we're signing. And so it's really important that we do, because I remember even when I was 18, my first lease, it was a horrible one because I just didn't even know what I was signing.
Right.
And so it's a lot of times we're in those situations. And so we just recommend, think before you're signing, understand what you're signing. And it's okay if you don't. Ask a family member, ask a friend, see if they have a family attorney.
I learned that from Judge Judy. She says you need
there
to
you
read
go.
everything.
Read it.
Right?
Read the
Not
contract.
Just like the things that they're highlighting for you.
Yeah.
Okay, now where can people find you guys? Because you guys kind of have a unique situation with what you guys do.
Yeah, well, we have a law firm in real life, right? That's our day job. We also have 4 kids, so you could find us like melting down somewhere at a park. But we have a new podcast, If Life Were Perfect, and you could find that on any of your favorite platforms. So go to Apple Podcasts and you can subscribe.
And more like tips for things like
everything.
This?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is that we want to help people create their ideal life with a focus on family, finances, and their career.
Okay, love it. Ash?
Looks good. Thank you so much.